Hello students. So today we will discuss about the magazine of Khan Global Studies, which is based on current affairs, covering the broad aspect of the current affairs of India and the world. So in this section, we will cover the history, art, culture, personality, etc., which is highlighted in this month. So here in the October edition of the current affairs, we will have to discuss some of the important connected things of the historical personalities. So this is a very important episode presented by Khan Global Studies for the intense level of the preparation based on the current affairs topic. Even you will find that in history, whenever you receive any question, whether it is prelims or the mains, somehow it is connected to the current affairs, many of them. So that is the reason why this study is very important. So in this segment, in the history segment of this magazine, first we are going to discuss the history segment of this magazine. We are going to discuss the context of historical things. Like, the syllabus, it had a freedom struggle, its various stages and important contributions from different parts of the country. So in this magazine, you'll find the topic Sir Aurobindo Ghosh. Aurobindo Ghosh, the Prime Minister had made a tribute on his 153rd birth anniversary. So Aurobindo Ghosh, prominently known as Yogi, was a great contributor in the national movement. Aurobindo Ghosh, he was an ICS. He participated in the nationalist movement, particularly in the early 20th century. He was deeply associated with the extremist and the revolutionary movement as well. He always realized that political freedom is the life breath of any nation. So the nation which did not have the political freedom, which do not have the political freedom, is like a dead nation. So you must demand, must exercise the political freedom in order to feel yourself as a real citizen of the country. So therefore, he encouraged the Indian youth at large scale. His philosophy was admired. He is rightly called as a father of the extremist movement. Aurobindo Ghosh, he wrote New Lamps for Old. He wrote Savitri. So he gave the doctrine of passive resistance, which is actually the foundation of the extremist as well as the Gandhian movement. In Savitri, he said, we are not fighting for land, this is our motherland. So he added religious touch to nationalism. He said, this is not simply a land, this is our motherland, Matri Bhumi, Bharat Mata. So he added emotional and religious touch to nationalism. Aurobindo Ghosh demanded that only popular government can rival the dictatorial attitude of the British. So therefore, the power of the center, power of the state must be determined by the people of India. So therefore, what actually his projection was a very philosophical in terms of giving the ideological base of a very hardcore movement in India. He and his brother Aurobindo Ghosh, he was implicated in Alipur conspiracy case. Alipur conspiracy case considered as a first organized revolutionary movement, and both the brothers were implicated. But Aurobindo Ghosh, he was acquitted from all charges because there was no evidence found, and the brilliant lawyer of Calcutta, C.R. Das, defended him. So, but his contribution was greatly acknowledged. After Alipur conspiracy case, he had taken retirement from the active politics, and then he settled in Pondicherry. He died as a philosopher's son. So, in the life history of Aurobindo Ghosh, in the life history of Aurobindo Ghosh, here you can find the beginning from the partition of Bengal to his spiritual life and the integral yoga, political and social ideas, okay, philosophy to lead the life had very, very encouraging and exciting. Okay, so you can read about the Aurobindo Ghosh. It is very inspirational and lots of fact you can find here that is very useful in the prelims as well as analytical parts of the mains examination. Second big character is one more thing that about Aurobindo Ghosh. Uh, in 1943, he was nominated for the Nobel Prize for Literature, but he did not get. And then 1950, again, he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize as well, but he did not get. And finally, he died as a philosopher's son. Now come to the Bhupen Hazarika. You have seen many great poet singers who really had inspirational change in the society. Bhupen Hazarika was one of them. You're surprised to know that the Bangladesh government had given him the award for his support to the liberation of Bangladesh. So not only confined to the poetry, but his contribution to the political affairs of this in this geopolitical nature was also very significant, right? He served as a legislature. He had participated in the politics. So multi-dimensional personality he was, and he is the recipient of the Bharat Ratna as well. So regarding Bhupen Hazarika, he is known as the Nightingale of Assam, and then whatever the career and education he persuaded, he is a graduate from the Banaras Hindu University in political science. Of course, he was a passion for singing, right? Then he tried his career in the music and the cinema. 1500 songs in Assamese, in Bengali and Hindi he created, right? And then he his music found in the 70 films. Okay. Thereafter, he received many literary awards, and the most significant was the Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and ultimately, posthumously, he received the Bharat Ratna, the India's highest civilian honor. Mukti Jodha Padak, that Padak actually this honor was given to him after his death by Bangladesh for supporting its liberation movement. Okay, so very significant contribution of Bhupen Hazarika. You can get this question. I told you all the recipient of the Bharat Ratna is very important. So you must know the name and areas of work. Okay, then we have the Vinoba Bhave, another stalwart of Indian national movement. Vinoba Bhave, a prominent Gandhian, and this year we have celebrated the 130th birth anniversary of this towering personality, whose contribution to spiritual, social, and political aspect of India, right? Prominently known as Acharyaji. So Acharya Vinoba Bhave, he joined Gandhi in 1916, and he was a great companion of Gandhi since the journey of Sabarmati Ashram. He was the main caretaker of Sabarmati Ashram, right? And then his contribution was very much found in the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, and the real national phase of Vinoba Bhave came during the 1940s when Gandhi launched individual satyagraha against the Lilith-Go formula. In individual satyagraha, he was the first satyagrahis and he was arrested. He also faced imprisonment for the 5 years. So you can understand the Gandhian, a peaceful character, believed in non-violent satyagraha, how brutally suppressed by the British in falsification of the charges and then suppressing the ethics and guides of the national movement. So here, but again, as a great sacrificer when India became independent, then he continued his service for the society. And then he started the Bhudan movement. This movement he started from Andhra Pradesh, and many rich landlords impressed by his personality had donated millions of the acres of the land, right, and distributed to the Dalit and the landless labor. And government of India had awarded him Bharat Ratna in 1983. It was posthumously he got, but and also he was the first person to receive the Raman Magsaysay Award. So vital contribution. Some of the important facts you must collect from here, right? And then you can embolden your preparation and the spirit of preparation. Next important topic related to the history, art and culture, it is a Gyan Bharatam International Conference. Here at Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi, in September 2025, the Ministry of Culture had organized this Gyan Bharatam movement. So Gyan Bharatam International Conference, it's about the reclaiming India's knowledge legacy through manuscript heritage, right? Look at the theme of the conference. Very important. This type of question you can have in examination. What is the theme of this Gyan Bharatam International Conference? Reclaiming India's knowledge legacy through manuscript heritage. And thereafter, lots of programs was launched and huge budget was allocated by the central government, and 482.85 crore was allocated, right? 44 lakh manuscript already documented in the Kirti Sampada digital repository. You understand that what type of work actually going on in this country to prove the knowledge legacy. India was known as Vishwaguru. India will be known as again Vishwaguru. Fine. So these type of things will create our proud heritage into the realm of the world, right? And so what is the objective? Digitalize and the catalog the 1 crore manuscript texts of the country, and obviously to integrate artificial intelligence and other technology for better preservation of our heritage. So there are 3-phase program that you have to see here. Okay. Prime Minister visit to Japan was a historic visit, and on this visit, the Prime Minister had received a small gift which became the talk of the country, and this is called drama dolls. So drama dolls is basically a auspicious symbol, and you can say it is a good luck charm. So this is related to the Buddhist, right? Paper is used to make this doll, and it's actually related to Buddhist. Fine. And this drama dolls is the taken as the aspect of Buddhism that is there in the Japan, with some different form and format that had produced from the Hinayan, Mahayan or Vajrayan, right? So Japanese had a very different form of Buddhism, which actually referred as Zen Buddhism, Z-E-N, Zen Buddhism. Okay, so these are the small topic that is very important in covering the things. We have the next important topic is Hindi Divas of 2025. Indian culture will cover the silent aspect of the art forms, literature, and in context we have the literature also. So Hindi Divas of 2025, many questions you can have from here, and after lots of debate in Constituent Assembly, Hindi was included as an official language in Article 343, and so India observed Hindi Divas on September 14 every year. One important fact, and the Constituent Assembly had decided to make it an official language in the Constitution. It was incorporated. Then, apart from Hindi Divas, World Hindi Day is observed on January 10. This is also very important fact. Okay. Then, what ways that Hindi come to the constitutional position? That is a Hindi English controversy. Some important points are there, right? Then K.M. Munshi and Gopalaswamy Iyengar, the member of the drafting committee of the Indian Constitution, laid the foundation of Article 343 of the Constitution. Okay, so Article 343, so Hindi is official language of India. The script will be Devanagari, and the numericals will be international numericals, and numerals will be international, and of course 15 years English will continue, and then it will be replaced by Hindi. So these type of things written in Article 343, but there are some minute observation. So you must keep and record these things for your preparation. Okay, and language policy legacy, how it had turned, how it was amended finally in 1967 by Indira Gandhi, when the 3-language formula was adopted by India. So the debate continued, Hindi to become the official language, how many languages, how India would be treated as one language nation or the multi-language nation. So that formula you have to understand. So from 1950 to 1967, which is a 3-language formula, lastly, after amendment was made in the Official Language Act. So these are the things you have to see, or these are the current affairs related to. So for history topic, we have important one was the Aurobindo Ghosh, and then Vinoba Bhave, right? Then drama dolls, right? Hindi as an official language. So World Hindi Day, fine. And then we have the Gyan Bharatam International Conference. These are the important topics you can find in this magazine. And moreover, one important announcement related to the UPSC prelims test series. So prelims test series that had already started from the 5th of October, right? This is both the medium, English and Hindi. We have the 49 tests, and all these features are there. So you must join with a very small contribution, and then you can boost your preparation. Okay, so thank you so much.